That was from my previous test from earlier today. Back to our draft screen. Gyrocopter from Team Empire. It's weird because I was actually having a semi-debate with Wagamama about this just last night, talking about like the new heroes to come out, and both Gyro and Whis together was one of the things that he flagged.
Remaining.
And I'm still not sold by it, because your flank cannon you
remaining.
basically expend in no time whatsoever. So your continuous damage during the fight is very, very minimal.
Reserve
And your
time.
control is a call down. And you're going to try and use a call control down up against a Storm Spirit and a Weaver. Not really going to be that effective, because you get your high movement speed coming out from Weave, or you can just time-lapse out the damage. Now, there
Dire
was a
team
bigger buff to
ban.
to the Gyrocopter, and that was with the rocket. But even then, you're able, you can't actually evade it, because you can't evade a rocket. But you are capable of doing some nice elusive kind of play, and you should be able to get
10
around it.
seconds remaining.
Alright, so Tidehunter is now going to be the final ban out here by Puppy, so he's just, I think he's
5
really worried about
seconds
the
remaining.
possibility of Team Empire's control. And that's probably all it comes down to. We term this into
Navi's
like a
turn to pick.
Wisp buffing up the Gyro, so he actually does rack out some damage. At the same time, I still would have preferred Luna, because then they could just push through, keep her alive, and everything would be hunky-dory to the very, very end. Alright, thank you very much to Joel. So it looks like our Stridoodler must be wrong. Because it seems like he said, thank you very much for my tweet. So the stream works, so the TV sound works, and you are still awesome. Yeah! Woohoo! I get classed as awesome. I'm feeling so focused in Dota. I don't know, there's something about being in this house that makes me just sit here and go, you know what, everything can start working together. Skywrath Mage comes in from Na'Vi as the final one, and this is what makes your aggro tri-lane. And this is where I get really scared as a fan of both of these teams, but actually more of late of Team Empire. I would look at this and say, okay, now Team Empire, they've got themselves some really decent team fight and some decent lanes, but Na'Vi can run aggro tribe with the Axe, the Tree, and the Skywrath Mage. You've got double slows into a call with high amounts of damage, as well as range harassment. This can come from both Skywrath with his very cheap Orb Nuke, as well as Axe with his Battle Hunger. And they can then dive into the towers with the Tree Protector. Like, Leech sees the main thing. Living Armor, they can't do that until the later portion of the game, but it's fine. And that's going to buy a space for Revolst. Team Empire missing the off-lane hero right now, and it has to be a hero that can deal with the Weaver. Pucked up against the Storm Spirit, that's obvious as anything. And Team Empire, they can't go aggressive with anything else. So they run a Nyx Assassin, which was actually at the end of the day. Carapace is not going to be the thing, which I'm looking for, even though it's the first thing that came out of my mouth. Mana Burn from Nyx Assassin. He's got to restrict the Weaver's movements as far as Shikuchi goes. If he's capable of doing that, and did I set up hotkeys? Yes, I set up hotkeys as well! Ha 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 ha! Sorry, for people out there that don't understand, actually, let me finish my point about Nyx Assassin first. You get the Mana Burn off on Weaver, and then you won't have this really fast maneuverability anywhere you want to go. That's because you lose your mana for Shikuchi. It's already quite an expensive ability at 234 mana pool, and he's got to be casting 60 mana for every single time. You're not going to be able to stay on the front lines the entire time, and maybe that's the reason why they're switching up their lanes a little bit here. Now, Funnick, yeah, he can go bottom lane and go up against the Nyx Assassin. That's perfect for Funnick. He doesn't need mana, he could at least harass him out with some Battle Hunger, but that's not the be-all, end-all of Alakazam. By the way, Kuro's set looks so freaking sweet. Actually, I saw these wings. These wings were in I think Jurassic set or something like that. Either way, they're the Cloud Forge Great Wings. They look so damn boss. I love it. I love this Skywrath Mage set. Oh, let's bring the camera back up again. Alright, so leave some aggressive wars behind, and what I want to see, yeah, Funnick's already, way! Gotta get used to Draskill's setup. So, Funnick is going to head down towards the bottom lane, which means he gets to go one-on-one with, whoa, have they actually managed to dodge this as well? Should check out all my lanes before I start talking about this jazz. Silent's going to be running on the off lane with support from Vincere. Now, they brought a ward here, so at least they can stop the pull points. But because they're forced to this off lane, with both Puppy as well as Kuro, they got a lot of control from just the two supports here, Na'Vi, that they could probably easily pick off Mac. Dendi will be, of course, the mid up against Resolution. There was never any question about that. They would never change those lanes up. But always want to fly. He's got to stay so close here now. There's an observer from both Dire as well as Radiant watching the maneuverability of these supports up towards the top lane. So because of this, yeah. It's oh man, these lanes are gonna be so. I want to see if this Na'Vi lane is actually capable of first blood. Because if it is, this bottom lane has severe problems. At the same time, Axe kind of already has severe problems. He went for spin to start with because he thought he was up against the Nyx. And that's not who he got. He got exactly the opposite of what he wanted, which was both Vanscore as well as the gyro. And now Vanscore, he can stick around here and just leave his experience. He doesn't have to back up at all. That creep goes down. Okay, he's actually in range for the experience anyway. Yeah, and Quantic is going to be really just annoying him. Now, Vanscore shows himself. This is probably one of the other reasons why he was trying to keep his distance from Quantic, is because if there is a spin, he cops damage, which makes his negligent, like, not 100, no, anywhere near 100% worth it. What he is able to do is just make sure that Quantic knows he's being watched at all times. And because of that, you've got Silent having all the space he wants on this bottom lane. Can be very happy about that. Now, Puppey's moving towards middle lane. They can't gank up Resolution properly because phase shift and orb makes it impossible, but Puppey can at least help to try and zone out Resolution. Problem is these creep waves are on the wrong side of the river, so Resolution, he's already getting his next points of experience. More importantly for him, the bottle charges have to be coming up for Resolution, and at this point, he's not going to get that quickly. Going for the early null talisman just delays it up a little bit more, and then he did exactly the same thing. So the implications of it is minimal to nothing. We do have a support rotation though, and that's because obviously Puppey was coming through middle lane. His intention wasn't to gank up Resolution. His intention was to come down to bottom lane, make sure they ensure rune control, and he actually adds a presence to the bottom lane. Because Vanscore, he would, okay, with the DD rune as well, he would love if he could just swing into Vanscore 3-4 times, because then it's a kill. But Vanscore tethers up. Now, they're a long way down here, allowing for the possibility for the Rocket Barrage to Quantic's copying a lot of damage here. Tries to move back into the trade line. He can't play with the Fog of War because Vanscore's holding back a long way and Silent's deeper inside the lane. So there's nowhere massively safe for him to hide. So is that okay, that's a Radiant Sentry Ward. Just trying to work it out from here. Actually, can I do that? Yeah, I think I can do that. Yeah, we're going to perspective. We have this little Sentry Ward here. Belongs actually to the dire side. Okay, so that's I'm like looking at that going, what if it was Radiant, then Kuro will be dewarding right now. That's the same little quirky little guys I've always want to fly. So he's going to come out here and finish the job, but Kuro does not want to let him do it. He refuses to give up this ward. Always want to fly. There's one other way he can do it, which means coming into the Alpha Wolf camp, but he's going to take damage to do such a thing. And quite a decent amount, especially if he misses up the hill like that one, and then, okay, not like that one, has to heal up. That's the only way he could do the D-ward out. That's just frustrating. That's wasting I'm not going to say it's wasting the time of one support more than the other, because there's still battle for rune control. Resolution being picked up. Skyrat, yeah, he got the seal. With the first level, with the orb to fly out, then he needs a little bit more damage to the last attack. The phase shift from attack misses too. Resolution phase shift 3 seconds. He's trying to do a small jaunt, but it's not fast enough. And that is that insanely cheap orb. And I'm not saying because it got the kill, but it's the arcane bolt. There's only 70 man to throw the damn thing. And going for the point up in Steel before he went for the point up in concussive shot is just so smart to try and gank up against Resolution. Quantic's having a bit of a hard time on bottom lane, but that living armor is still kicking in for him. Puppey's only level 2 at the moment. He really needs to find some experience from somewhere else. Like that victory on mid lane is a big victory. It stops Resolution really going into something bigger. Like you think towards treads, you think towards having his blink dagger up and running, for example. Like all these kind of things. But Resolution won't be able to fold these things for a little bit longer now with that death to his name. Because it took a little bit longer for the kill to come. So it meant actually a little bit more. While up on top lane, Mag, he went boots first. We haven't seen that blink dagger. Well, I know we're only 4 or 5 minutes in. He could rush it if he wants to. One thing I'm waiting for is actually, okay. Forced. I thought he was going to do this at the start, and this is something I kind of wanted to share because it's very envy-ish. to say it, but we might have to wait a little bit longer. With a smoke getting to bottom lane, they've got to seal Vincere. Maybe even... Okay, let's go and start. Concussive shot, the seal will go there, and Funny got the call off. Got himself a spin, so some decent damage there. And Vincere, he's already used Tether, so with both Concussive as well as the orb coming out, this is going to be dangerous to dive in this far. Funny needs some spins right now, or at least some living armor. We got more orbs coming out from Kuro. TP support's coming in, and he tethers back down again, but the call still went up by Funny. He got the spin, but the Shallow Grave protecting him. Funny wants one last at Kuro. He tried to throw out the orb too, but the Shallow Grave just lasted long enough.
A pity.
The puck can come in, finish up the Skywrath Major. Na'Vi, they went so deep under that tier 1 tower that they gave Empire all the advantage, which they've worked so hard to build up to now. Straight back again. And I'm sure Puppy, the captain, who was just like, I'm not going in there, boys. Living armor from range, but there is no leech seed to help you in such a scenario. The fact that he also gave the experience to Resolution, then he's back on par again with Resolution again. So now we've got the level 6, like the Dream Call is available for Resolution. So he's got the potential for the stuns to come out. Mag had more space as well, going Arcane Boost, so he can keep up with that mana burn over to a Vorst, or should be doing so anyway. Making sure that he can't Shikuchi and time lapse, which means the Vorst can't go over aggressive on Mag. Speaking of aggressive, with Tether coming to the bottom lane, but what a time to do it. They leave an aggressive Observer Ward behind. He's able to find himself a double stack on the side, and Resolution takes most of it. But they don't find anybody, because the rest of Na'Vi rotated in towards the middle lane. So they got 4 people pretty close here. It's like they're waiting for the initiation to come in from the next assassin, so then they can go for counter initiation. So Kuro hangs in the tree line, Denny's on the front lines. At this point, Always on a Fly is not involved, and Mag hasn't left the top lane. So there's no gank to come out here. So they just push Silent back down towards the bottom lane. They couldn't find anyone close by inside the jungle, which means Funnick has to get back to that bottom lane. Did he just do another stack? Yeah, he did. And he pinged out the fact too that his stack was taken. And with the Observer Wall down right now from Team Empire, they're watching these stacks so closely that the fact that Funnick wants to get some burst farm in there to get his Blink Dagger up and running, it's going to take way too much time. Also going to fly in a couple of bit of harassment from a Vorst by Carapace for Vorst. Only just on the edge of that, not being caught out. Dandy's looking for a jump on Resolution. He's going to be a little bit closer. Actually, that's almost close enough. He only needs to hold Resolution in position long enough for Kuro to get that seal off. With the 3 seconds up, it may be enough. It may be enough then.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
How's that bottom lane looking? Funnick. Just chilling, relaxing. Curious why they're sending down right now. Braces and Wraith Bands. So that's all for the Gyrocopter with the Ring of Aquila. There's your middle lane Resolution gank up. Able to phase shift at that last point, and Shallow Grave with the lead seat. He's going to try and drag it out from actually Always on a Fly. But the Dream Call catching 3 arrows underneath the tower. Now Wisp has already picked up the axe in this scenario, but Always on a Fly. Then he just keeps jumping in. He wants to kill on Resolution, but Resolution jumped down in front of the Rosh pit. Now Funnick died underneath the tier 1 tower. One jump and attack, phase shift again. Denny with the senior, and he only needed 1 attack in, but Resolution. This is why, man, I love watching. I love watching Resolution play. He's so quick.
Dire's middle tower is
and
under
accurate
attack.
at the same time. A rare combination to get, but also 2 things which you must have if you're going to be one of the best mid-solo players in the world.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And now he finishes up his treads, he's got his bottle up and running. The next stage is the Blink Dagger. He realizes he needs the strength treads as well. That's the reason why I mentioned the treads before, because you look at this lineup and you go, there's a lot of damage which can come our way very, very quickly. So having the option just to switch up and get more strength straight away, it's worth it. And then you can still have your extra intelligence if required. Also, I don't know why those announcements are appearing. I turned all of that crap off. If it keeps going off, I'll turn it off completely. Problem when you go for a new setup, there's always something which you miss. Always something. Mid gank, Silence of Resolution, and now, well, I don't think you're escaping from this one, man. Phase shift, Grave again, really? Spy Carapace with the double stun and the Dream Call drop down. Kuro and Denny, they're locked in for now. Skywrath Mage drops in the middle of it. The living armor was basically protecting Denny. They made the choice, protect him in solo, now Whisper relocate. So Gyro's gonna come in with this one too. Call down is available. Look at that movement speed. They just keep up with him so easily. Call down to the side of the Vorst, runs into it, gets hit by the second shell, and now time lapse is out. He found himself in the middle of 5 heroes and wants to keep fighting. The TP's out base, that's just with a relocate as well. Mag, Spine Carapace available. The orb's going to fly in, which is going to snuff over on Kuro and Resolution. He's orbed up again. Another Arcane Orb and the Seal Puppy so low on life with a flank cannon hitting Resolution. Phase shifting again. This damage coming out from Na'Vi and Quantic. He's trying to chase down Vansko, but he cannot get close enough.
I end your life.
Wisp is the only casualty of war, and now San's going to mop up the rest of it. It's a triple kill. Empire on an absolute spree. Now Dendi, he's got the choice. Does he jump over? Havors, he's actually just waiting prey. He's behind the tier 1 tower. Havors finds himself in the perfect position, but now he's in a horrible position. Shikuchi away 3 life points. Dendi has been distraction on the hill. He jumps back up, he's got Vortex and another jump. They've got the kill over on the gyro. Vanskor and Mag, they're moving down right now. They're looking over towards Dendi. Can he reach him in time to get this done? That's why Vanskor is like, movement speed, I've given you everything I've got, Captain! Funnick, Sentry Ward down. If Mag stuck around a little bit longer, he could have got the call off and dragged him back outside that Vendetta. And then they'll be looking for a collateral kill. But the kills are going back and forward right now between Empire as well as Na'Vi. Over and towards that middle lane, Mag. Well, now even Kuro. They're trying to give him space to crack his level 6. They need their Skywrath Mage ultimate.
Dire's bottom tower
It's just the
is
major
under
controller.
attack.
I already talked about something like a Lich ultimate coming in for Na'Vi, but they didn't have that option because they banned the hero themselves in the force selection. But when Wisp brings in a tethered hero, and you can get that Skywrath Mage ulti off, and you hold them there, they come together and the ulti dropped right on top of the tethered units who arrive. That's the kind of damage which you just can't buy. Resolution sealed, and then we'll pop. No help, maybe there is. With a relocate, but Kuro's backing up now. The cooldown's going to drop, but Kuro's out of range of it, so he doesn't get slowed by this. And Dendi, he's sitting on the edge. 4 seconds left. Kuro into the corner. He has level 6, but he actually didn't level up his ultimate there. He maybe could have dropped it on the tree
Radiant's
line.
top tower is under attack.
They're going to find Silent. A lot of his buildings are down, and of course, well, he's going to come a little bit of flank cannon damage and the rocket barrage damage too, but Silent, he's going to bug up on him, and there's more support. Mag, he's looking for the stun. Havors just time lapses out. With 4 heroes up on that high ground, it was the right decision as well. He was overextending himself a pretty penny. Funnick, where is this Blink Dagger? He's going to see Resolution in mid. The top lane's where they're looking for the kill. Shikuchi again by a force. Living Armor still protecting him, so Mag didn't want to attack him straight away when he had that on. But this Vendetta hasn't really been able to be used aggressively, but then again, that's actually not. That was actually an invis room by Mag, so I take it back. His Vendetta is still off cooldown. When a Forced and Puppy realize they got to do something about this top. The hilarious thing is, too, nothing is being done about bottom. Only now is Resolution going, wait, if I need my Blink Dagger farm, I can just move bottom lane for it. Now they don't want to be down there because they don't have the tier 1 tower. They can't jump any support in quickly enough. So they got to deal with that now. Vorce, he's going to try and have a crack and always want to fly. Even if you can just bait out the shallow grave, it's worth it. Now, always going to fly. Shikuchi again. Mag, Spy Carapace, tried to do a bit of a blind search for it, but the Observer Ward saw him coming in. So Vorce had all the free time needed. While Dendi as well as Kuro again attacking through this tier 1 tower. Really not the greatest of tower pushes in this lineup for Na'Vi. But they're looking better as far as the late game goes because they've got Sansa with a lot of stay building now. Mag does this. Blinks in, stun, Nanaburn, Living Armor again though. Protects Dendi. He's got one more jump up the hill and they can't keep up with that. Everything was thrown out by Empire, well at least from Silence as well as Mag apart from Vendetta, to try and find these kills. And now they found themselves with 5 heroes in the middle lane. I should say 4 heroes because Resolution's on bottom.
Dire's top
Is
tower
Resolution going to
is
solo
under
this
attack.
one? Yep, relocate. It's not really solo. Funnick, he needs to spin hard. He needs to spin so hard right now. He already got the call off, so the armor was protecting him a little bit longer. But the recall did go out. Now, where are these kids coming back to? 1 second. He's back underneath this tier 1 tower in
Radiant's
mid.
bottom tower is under attack.
So a good kill there for Empire.
Dire's top
They made sure
tower is
Funnick
under
initiation isn't there. But they haven't shut
Radiant
down Storm Spirit
structures
anywhere
are
near enough in my
fortified.
mind. With the double non talisman, it definitely looks like Dendi is not feeling too secure in what he's doing. Or at least for now, just realizes he just needs that little bit of extra mana
Radiant's
in these
bottom
fights and
tower is under
survivability.
attack. Dire's
Until
top
Avors can
tower
come
has
online.
fallen.
Avors, I love this from you, man. He's skipping the Lincoln Sphere and going into a BKB. Because Lincoln's in this game isn't going to help him. He needs to be able to fight and move quite freely during the team fights, especially up against that. Like Nyx Assassin, Spike Carapace, when the Dream Call triggers off, the cooldown is going to be the only thing that will affect him because of the slope.
Under attack.
That's the only thing that will stop Avors during a fight. He's got his maneuverability from Dendi on top of that. So Na'Vi still have a lot to play around with. That's why I'm still trying to completely, fully understand Silence maneuver here. Because the cooldown's obviously going to be a great thing, but if that's your only disabled controller Weaver when you have to rely on Silence, but Silence wasn't doing anything when you get the BKB. There's nothing Resolution can do until he gets inside the Vice. And Mag, initial stun before BKB will be nice, but he's the only one with that stun. You're not going to get the stun off and then follow up with a rocket from Gyrocopter, especially considering Gyrocopter hasn't even put a single point up in the rocket. So Silence playing this exactly the way he played his Gyros of old. But that was back in the days when Flight Cannon was a little bit stronger. As well as like when everyone was like, hey, team fights for the win. Now with this Na'Vi lineup, they can isolate certain targets. They won't get isolated themselves. Horse is really the scariest thing of all. Like, if the ever has an Aegis to the Immortal, I don't see Empire being able to take any fights just because he can freely move everywhere. And Resolution, he can't go aside the Vice right away. You might think, hey, he's got 1900 gold, but he needs his Blink Dagger because he needs to be able to jump in and stop the Skywrath Mage from doing his shizzle. That's going to be a very, very difficult ask. To jump in and get a Silence Sniper on Koro, this is a guy who has like support reflex. We see it time and time again with Rubik Telekinesis, and you're probably going to see it with the Skywrath Mage as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Silent looks like he's just going to... It's Yasha to start with drums. He's definitely built for team fighting right now, so it'll probably just be the standard mana style, but at the same time, he should also be considering a BKB. So going like a casual Yasha here, and then going into the BKB may be the best choice for him. Funnick with a Blink Dagger and they're smoked up. The TP is on the way, and that's going to be Dendy, so he's got a long way to jump north if he wants to try and catch him out. Let's go on the tree line, Silent back, but there's no T1 tower, and the Observer Wars notice they are still running up and late, and now they got Silent. Sorry, quick all flying out, they find Vanscore, Leech Seed out, but Dendy, he's too far away. He's farming up. If he was there right then, they could have jumped straight on top of Vanscore. Now with Wisp relocating, wait, are they going bottom? They're going bottom. They're searching for a force. The Silence, he was able to time-lapse it out. Shukuchi, no, 2 seconds, it's too long. So they get the kill, and the pings are coming out saying, yo guys, up here, I'm sure of it. And Poppy, he's right. The two of them are there, throws out the tree ulti, and this is the time to jump in. At the same time, Koro, he managed to find Mag. So they kill off the Nyx Assassin to start with, and now they can move up to Silent. Leech Seed goes up on him. Shallowgrave is still available from Always Wanna Fly. Then he still refuses to jump. He is currently, obviously, he jumped down to kill off Mag. So it ends up being a 1-for-1 trade. So technically the two off-laners for either side, because Force is playing the third role in this game.
Radiant's bottom
jump
tower
again.
is under attack.
Silence there, and there's a big creep wave around him. As the spins are high. And the BKB's arrived on a Vorce, so they may just still want to wait a little bit longer until they have Desolator, but if they can still keep finding pickoffs, they should go for it. In fact, Funnick wants to. With the help of Puppy, he's going to go too deep in Event Score. He'll just tether in and help him out, and Always Wanna Fly is still in the neighborhood, so they're not going to find anything there. But this does feel like distraction for the moment. I guess just put Horst on the bottom lane, let him farm up, let him have free time, let him get high levels, make sure there's like a 0 mana cost for his time lapse, so Nyx Assassin can also do nothing to him. Then again, they don't have enough mana burn to get through all of his mana to stop it, so he cannot time lapse. That's just not possible. Not with their lineup. If they had Necro Book heroes, then maybe it would be possible. He's silent for now too. He's going in for the Mithril Hammer. He's realizing his DPS really isn't enough for these engagements, so he needs to have a little bit more of that DPS, but he still needs the BKB, so he just goes to DPS item to start with. We're coming from a Vorst. Shukuchi underneath the Observer Ward, and then walks back down again. Now Mag, he's got Vendetta up. He could attack him and then hit, but they need to Wisp relocate to work with this if they want to kill off a Vorst right now. And even then, Vorst, quick on the Shukuchi, and I don't think there's a Sentry Ward from Mag, but you want him to Vendetta, throw a stun, and get a Sentry Ward all down at the same time. You could always just try the stun straight away through the Sentry Ward, but then you don't have your burst damage and your stun duration gets wears off. Now Resolution, there's your Skywrath Mage ulti. Shallow Grave, it doesn't protect you from the Axe Dunk. And this is where Always Wanna Fly, even though he was really, really effective in the early stages of this game, he really starts to drop off in his effectiveness. He was screwing around with a lot of the earlier ganks, but able to just drop that quelling blade, getting up in the levels 2, and sitting just over 2,000 gold short of having his Aghanims upgrade. At the same time, Silent is still trying to get to that BKB. Surprised he didn't fly the mental hammer out to himself at this point, because they need everything they can get out of that flak. And Puck's coming up in 8 seconds time, and Na'Vi, they've been realizing they don't need to force this. In fact, the pings come out and say, let's just push T1 town bottom. Or at least someone, the creep waves, they're doing it right now. And with the TP support coming in, Illusion Rune on bottom, Mag, if he steals that, he's dead. Oh, I suppose he's still got Vendetta. The fact he took it, I thought there'd be, actually, where is your detection from Na'Vi? It's not even existing. Their sentry ward's over on Poppy, but he's back in the middle lane, so they're not ready to fight up against this next assassin. You know, I don't think they care. There's enough life points over on almost every hero from Na'Vi, and then the protection living armor as well, that the chance of Nyx Assassin getting a solo pick-off is negligible. But doing some scouting to get that kind of pick-off, that'll work. So Axe goes down, the Force is in the neighborhood, and now Storm Spirit, where's he jumping in? They found another one. Puck's already down the sidelines, and he only just managed to respawn. They throw the orbs over to Mag, and he just ultis over the top. It's the immunity that makes it work. And Vincere and Silent will help towards the top lane, but they just lost Quantic for the price of both the Resolution as well as Mag. The two cores for the one. Don't want to call him the high carry because he was on that lane. But 2 cores for the price of 1 core is the easiest way of putting that.
Radiant's
They're not the kind of trade-offs they're searching for, so they're looking for some extra collateral, and that's the T1 town on the top lane. We're going to lose some in-game audio sounds for a moment as I just double-check and make sure everything's still working right. And it looks like, yeah, everything's still good on the live stream. Now, Quantic, oh, look at that! Gets a perfect call in Silent. There's no BKB up, and he's not sure the money for it. With the battle hunger, the movement speed's going to be through the roof. He goes in with the rocket barrage, but there's cooldowns, and then boom! Quantic, there's just parts of choppers flying everywhere. We're 22 minutes in with 26 kills. And what do we got from Denny? A full BKB. Empire's just lost control. Come on, would say it was just the weakness at the start of this draft where they just, like, their initiation and control isn't enough. With the BKBs up, then he can just trigger his BKB now. He drags back to Resolution into the Puppy ultimate as well. It's a nice thing that leads over on Puppy, and he has to leave him alone. Puppy has to be the sacrificial lamb here. He tries, oh, wait! He takes the stun, no, he couldn't run away from that. With both orbs as well as Puck orb, he wasn't surviving that. But they got through the 10-second BKB of Dendy. But that was also a 5-man gank to try and kill off what they all got, was just a tree. That's all they really got from that. But actually, I think they got something more. Yeah, they got the money for Silence BKB. It was Puck that got the kill, of course. But it's the time. You put the tree and protector on the bottom out of the game, so you don't have any kind of living armor, which when he kind of spawns probably instantly goes, whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit that. Which will probably just put into a Vorst. But yeah, here it is. Because the Vorst is rather deep under that tower. He's a little bit low on life, but he wants to be over-aggressive, because they got Quantic waiting for the jump in. Now, there's an Observe Ward that's also watching, actually no, Resolution in Viz Rune. He's coming up behind him. Is there Gem? Is there Sentries? There's Sentries, but okay, now Smoke got revealed, so it's like someone is around here. Resolution wouldn't know that because they're up on the high ground when the smoke flew off. So the call, the stun, Mag hit it perfectly. The Whisper Location's going to come in. Kuro, living armor, turns for the ult. He's at least able to get it off right now. And the bugs are coming in from Force. He's going to focus always on a fly at the back end. Axe, they need him. There's no done for Quantic. He's locked up in the river right now, so they just had to wait out the Shallow Grave to get the kill. Force BKB's already gone. Tree Oldie will hold Mag in position, and then he just jumps straight over the top of him. The cooldown's trying to be an extra controller. The Force already on a double kill though. They do bring down Pumpy again with 3 for 2 trade, but the Force will time-lapse out every bit of the damage, and he still wants fan score. The Dream Call is holding him here, but the Gemini attack and the extra hit. Triple kill for a Force. This is where you wonder, where is the control on the Weaver? It doesn't exist. There's nothing there, and now he's also building into a Lincoln Sphere. Of course, he is completely cottoned on to the massive fault in the Team Empire's draft, and that's the lack of control over him. If Puck does actually get to that side of the Vice now, he's also going to have to get through a Lincoln Sphere. And a Force, okay, living armor, the rocket's coming off right now too. It's going to hit on a Force anyway. And Silent had a bug on him, so he couldn't actually stick around and try and make the most out of that rocket. It was like a space-making one. And Dual Scepter is the choice by Resolution. Drops his null to pick up the Duel. I'm interested to see if that's just to bring Funic out. Oh, he got the call. Skywrath ulti. Oh, resolution. He ults himself up. He does a lot of blind points. Phase shift. Wait for the blink. He goes for the silence and the orb is sent. And then they bring in the extra help. The relocate to make sure they punish Funic. The Skywrath ulti down to and the seal. Now he wasn't going to stick around and do anything more with that. But at least reveals the fact the Yule Scepter is there for resolution. They get themselves the kill on Funic. Into a smoke with both Mag as well as resolution. Pink's coming out to go over towards the ancient area. Na'Vi, they are dragging the experience back up again. It did really feel like from the very start that it was Team Empire that were the ones in control of this game. That was just because that's the timing of the heroes. Weaver takes longer to come online, especially even longer now he's going into a Lincoln Sphere. And Empire need to capitalize on that. They need to keep finding kills and they found one. Puppey already. So Silence, looking for the stun, betting it right, resolution. Oh wow, the stun went on to Endy from Mag, and now he turns into Puppey. Puppey will go down. The Weave will also have its effect. Endy, he's going to get himself out of here, BKB or not. Mavor, low on life. Time limits back up to his full life. 3 heroes down for Na'Vi. They've got Ag still up and running, but Funic, running is exactly the word. Resolution put himself into trees, where it's not the place he wanted to be, but they follow into the damage coming in on top of Funic. It's a triple kill for Silent. Avors is under the sentry wards, the BKB is down, he's going to rocket on his tail as well. Takes us underneath the tower, there's a blink to a silence which will be possible from Resolution with the BKB down. They could find themselves with potential kills, but the rest of Empire was too busy taking the tier 1 tower. They accept fate and they move back.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Now Wisp with the mech, Empire, their team fight's getting stronger and stronger as time goes on. Maybe I was also... okay, my point still stands true, that Horvorst, he's able to freely move during these fights. Team Empire have very little control over him at all. So in the later portion of the game, nothing is really going to change there. He picks up a Scythe of Vice on Pug, but with the Yule, it's all pretty much delayed. All Empire can do is under supports, which is what they're doing now. Like Puppey, Silence, can't get Tree ulti off, Mag's here for the mana burn, but the Wisp takes the kill with the balls. It's just simple pickoffs. That's all we have to search for. In the later portion of the game, once the damage dealing arm finally arrives in for a Vorce, I assume that's his full Lincolns now. Yes, it is. I think it's his MKB up or his Desolator, depending on what choice he goes for. DPS is going to be more effective in the fight because right now he survives through the fight, but he doesn't bring an end to the fight early enough that his supports are capable of living. Like Funic as well as himself are the ones to survive through all of that, and they're probably the tankiest ones in the lineup. Like with the point booster and an Ogre Club, not to mention the base stats of Axe. Should have been enough. Oh, we heard that. In fact, he saw the aggro being pulled by the creep wave, so from the creep can. So Funic, he wants to jump on resolution. It's gonna be a difficult kill to get, but at least he can zone him out of the bottom lane. I think he might be concerned he would die himself with a Wisp relocate. How long we got? 10 seconds for Vanskill before that's up again. Funic may not know the exact timing of it. So he doesn't have to take the risk until the puck backs up. Which, he did. Resolution ended up going up towards the top lane instead. Vorce is the man having a peek. Still can't believe that tier 1 tower for Na'Vi is still alive. And again, with the tree, it's kind of understandable, but at the same time, it's...
Dire's middle tower
a
is
Team
under
Empire
attack.
with all these team fights, and they still struggle to take a tier 1 tower, which means they can't just jump in for Roshan. Even though they feel pretty confident there with both Call Down, as well as Dream Coil and Weave. Like, they'd have to feel pretty damn confident. That team fight's already been pretty damn good. But I need more than that. This Observer War's not going to last long. Yep, in fact, Silent just hits it once and gets rid of it. With the flat can turned on. A Vorce, Lincoln Sphere's already going to trigger. That's the rocket from Silent being used for that one. It's only level 1, so who gives a crap? Who's up on top lane? No, it's just the Storm Illusions currently farming up there. The rest of them are trying to hold in the middle lane. We're looking at a 5v5 engagement about to come up. Kuro, is he really gonna? Yeah, he's going for Aghanim Scepter upgrade. Times for him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Vorst.
attack.
They keep giving him this time. Vorst will have his damage dealing item, and now Empire, they are going to try and go in for Roshan. They still hold the
Radiant's
advantage.
bottom tower is under attack.
Flatlined a little bit now with a bit of a stalemate in the mid. Gonna give a crack at Roshan.
Radiant's bottom
Moving pretty
tower
quickly too.
is under attack.
Navi's not ready. The Vorces throw the bugs out basically right now. And now here they come. So they're gonna latch up. And she only gets on silent though, so they don't have to get too many bugs down. Lincolnsphere already triggered on her Vorce. That's the observe ward up on the high ground. Yep, instantly gets pinged out. With a gem over on Dendi. Now Empire actually go blind over in this region. So they send out the Gyro Illusion. Have a little bit of a peek. Courage just tries to orbit straight away. Who have they managed to find? Silent, that's the real one coming out. And if also staring at Roshan with only 4.5k life points, is probably considering, can I do this? And the answer is no. If you had a Desolator, the answer could be yes. It doesn't have the damage for it, so Navi can make the best choice ever and just push mid. There's no pressure on them whatsoever to try and take Roshan. They know in the late game they've got this, and it's Empire that need the better advantage. So they're coming up right now. The Observer Ward's watching Silent move in, and now, well, okay, is that
Dire's
Sentry or Gem? It's the Gem from
under
Puck, so
attack.
everyone gets to go blind. And of course, he's not the initiator. Dendi and Funnick are the initiators right now for Na'Vi. You've got a blink deck and a call, nice. But Dendi, it's a blink deck, it's a jump into a drag back. There's no Scythe of Vice up on him, and that is what he's building in towards. But he also needs that. They need to stop this Gyro before he can pop his own BKB and Mana Style. So the Scythe of Vice is the only way to do that. Orchids just wouldn't be enough. So he goes for the more late game focus item. Sun's still flying around, but this mid tier 2 tower is just being harassed down bit by bit. And it's not as though Empire have living armor to regenerate their towers and their heroes in the front lines. Mid tower still actually needing some living armor, but considering a Vorce on the front lines, Puppy just keeps giving it to him. We have ourselves a bit of a Mexican standoff, which is what Empire do not want to have happen, which is why they send both Wisp as well as Gyro to the bottom lane. The two heroes that don't need to be involved in the fight at all times. That's all it's going to need, and yes, your name is on the stream. All that they need to do is just tether and relocate back into the fight. And they'll be there. The problem is if the fight goes on a little bit longer, the Wisp disappears. And then Gyro loses his buff, or he has to take the Gyro with him. So if they're going to come in, it's going to be a hit and run maneuver from Team Empire. That's the only other way around it. Like Silence and a Forced, not enough, because if there's a follow-up to it, he just BKBs. That's just that simple. Na'Vi really need to take some more map control. They're starting to get stalemated up right now. Like Empire keep taking advantage because they're still farming up the Gyro at the bottom, and Na'Vi just keep committing so many resources towards that middle lane to try and force a fight that they just can't do it. So they're going to take this tier 2 tower up on the top, and now Empire going for Roshan. Take down to that 4.5k, but this is also the reason why Na'Vi didn't want to go up north. Because they realized the timing of it's really bad. So Bugs coming again. This time the angle's better. So it hits on top of the puck, and Resolution is able to blink himself away. And Avorst, well, he wants to go in, but now Roshan's at 3k life points, and he'll try and finish this one. They give him earn charges, they give him living armor, but the weave comes out from the Dazzle. And Avorst, he's not going to be happy with this. He's losing too much armor too quickly. Now the stun, oh, the wafted! Now he triggers off the BKB, attacking always on a fly to start with. They're trying to actually zone him out. They got silent. The BKB will trigger. Funnick comes in. He can't call anybody. Even though Maga's right next to him. Dendi, he's got 3 core heroes around him. He drags Resolution back. And now Vanscore, wait, he relocated up on top of the hill. Well, they can't attack him then. That's one upside. But the downside is he can't move anywhere from there. He's stuck up on top of the cliff face. And Dendi, too late to find him. Rocket's coming down for a Vorce. Funnick is still down here. He can blink and turn into this one. Through all of that fight, it was only Pumping and Mag that went down. Now Resolution's gonna have another crack. Colt goes on Funnick with the silence too. He's gonna try and TP himself out, but there's enough damage from Silent to get the kill. And Avorst keeps just tossing out these bugs looking for a kill, but he can't find anything. So Dendi forces the mid a little bit. No max, oh, okay, well I say there's no advantage really gained until you check out the fact that Funnick just brought himself back into the game. They do not want to let this Roshan go. And here we go again. He's gonna jump. He's gonna jump now. If he doesn't jump now, he doesn't have to take us the Immortal. There's your jump, but it's already too late. It was a short range jump to go into a remnant. Now the bug's coming from force. BKB's off. Denny pulling back, always on a fly. That Natus is going to drop down, and they got him too. The Dream Coil is not available to actually be part of this fight of force. He doesn't have time left. He's fuels up towards the air. This is buying him time to get that Shukuchi back off cooldown. But the orb, it still doesn't work from resolution. Vance, oh, forced. He runs back in to try and kill off Vanscore, but can't finish the job. So Empire take Aegis. They take Roshan, they hold the Aegis, and they got themselves more BKB charges and more kills against Na'Vi.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Living Armor is trying to protect this mid tower, but it won't be enough. It's the only upside right now for Na'Vi is the fact that Empire don't have tower clearing.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Silence not too shabby, considering his farm so far. That's not the greatest way to get through, but when you get a creep wave like that and the catapult behind you, you're not going to be sad about it.
Structures are fortified.
Na'Vi lose a fight, Roshan, Aegis, and now also 2 towers. Denny jumps up, BKB, it's a Skywrath Mage ulti, but it all got wasted. Resolution stayed inside that level 4 phase shift
Radiant's
of
middle
maximum
tower
duration.
has fallen.
They take the tier 2 tower unscathed. And they also got another BKB charge out. Denny's under 4 seconds on this BKB. What a situation for him. His immunity is just gone during the fights.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Hoppy was trying to keep these lanes split pushed in some kind of way. Jumps in, Viz, and then bails out again. Scepter on Vanscore, silent, 3,900 gold. Okay, now is this gonna be like Weaver is not gonna go into a butterfly right now? It's either gonna be deadless or he says, well, I got Aegis, so I may as well go in for the rapier. That's the choices right now. That's the only real choices right now. Now I say it's probably a really different choice. What do we got? 4.4k gold. So much money on Silent. You can sell the drums next, unless you're going to wait for something else to wear off. Oh, hello, time lapse out by Horse. Running himself away from resolution. Team Empire will take tier 2. Can really kick him back in this game, even though they were the ones who controlled it from the very, very start. They continue to do so. I just felt like there was more that Horse could do, but he just never found the double damage, that damage dealing item.
Top tower is under attack.
And question marks about that Lincoln Sphere, but either way, the situation they're in now, he is still very, very, very survivable during these fights. It's just, can they deal with the amount of farm that Silent has? He's 24,000, 23,000 net worth. Up against the highest on Radiant, which is 14, 8, 15k. The upside is 5.5k that hasn't been spent on anything. So it's just a buyback, is all he's really got. And now Na'Vi, they're going to try and force the issue. Rockets are flying after Funnick. They'll just have to take that stun, but that's going to put his Blink Dagger on the cooldown for 3 seconds, but then again he's stunned for the same amount of time, so it doesn't really matter. And Living Armor protects the towers for now. Silent, he's staying on there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Wants to soak up abilities.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Jaeger's the Immortal coming in through the rear, Horst, looking for another wave of the bugs.
Radiant's top barracks
He could do this. Finds a way to fly in the back end. The bugs do go out, and then he triggers on the BKB. At the same time, Quantic, he jumps in, and they got the pull off on Vanscore. Of all people, they're trying to focus down this Wisp, but the Ghost is protected for now. Now Horst comes back in for the fight. Quantic so low in life. He just wants a duck. He tried it, but it was just too far away from the threshold. With a double kill for Silent. The follow-up's onto a Horst. He may be survivable, but it's too late now. It's just too late. The top racks will go down, and this will either be a mid-racks.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Now it's going to be a mid-racks. I don't know if Na'Vi are in the position of calling out the GG, because they probably there's still some level of fight in them.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Who are they really going to shut down? They still don't have that side that fights over on the Storm Spirit. And there goes your melee. They go into the range as well, the stun into Dendy. It's just been a beautiful play by Empire. Maybe I'm going to have to give more merit to what I'm saying as far as that gyrocopter being a big hero now. 9.2k gold on the gyro. The world is its oyster for whatever he wants to buy. What if I could, but I can't, so I won't.
Dark light.
So I'm not now. And there it is. Puppy makes the right decision here. There's no way they can come back in this. Right now, the gyro is going to obliterate them at every single turn. And Avorst, he can't get enough farm fast enough to bring in the DPS to the engagements. Surviving is one thing. Winning a fight's another. So Team Empire, they go 1-0 here. And they're looking good to secure themselves that top spot. Now Na'Vi, they must win the next game.